The following video is only intended to demonstrate general maintenance and repair processes. If after watching this video you need further assistance or have any questions, please contact your dealer or Danuser. Prior to assembling, installing, operating, maintaining, servicing, removing, or moving the attachment, make sure to read and understand the operator's manual. Welcome back to another Danuser In the Shop video. I'm Shawn Spence. In this video, we are going to address a question we get quite often, which is, how hard is it to change the spring or a weight in a T3 driver? The simple answer is, it's not. In this video, we're going to go over the process to show you exactly how that's done. Let's go ahead and grab our tools and get started. This job doesn't take a whole lot of tools. If you're using a later generation T3 like the one we got here, all you're going to be needing is a 3/8 inch Allen, preferably impact rated. An impact driver is going to make the job go a whole lot smoother. A 9/16 inch wrench, and a 9/16 inch socket. If you happen to have one of the older generation T3s, the only thing you're going to have to add to that is a 5/16 inch Allen. To get started, we're going to knock off these 4 bolts and nuts, take this trapezoid shaped plate off, and get our first look at the drive wheel. Set the plate off to the side, then have a look at your drive wheel. You want to make sure that the pins on the drive wheel are not engaged on the weight or holding it up at all. If they are, you're going to want to turn this drive wheel clockwise until these pins are facing away from the weight, preferably the 9 o'clock position. If they are engaged on the weight and you need to get some clearance, you can actually use just a box wrench or an open-ended wrench and turn this wheel clockwise until you're clear. Once you've got that done, then we're ready to go to the next step. All right, for the next step, we're going to take this foot assembly off. Now, in our late generation, we've got 7 Allen head bolts that are 3/8 inch drive. If you have one of the earlier generations, you're going to have 5 bolts and nuts. You're going to have 9/16 inch nuts and a 5/16 inch Allen. We're going to go ahead and knock this off now. Now, with our 7 bolts out, we can take the foot assembly off with the strike plate in it and the wear plate if it's equipped. For this next part, you're probably going to want to switch out to some rubber gloves because it gets a little messy. With our foot assembly out of the way, our weight is just going to slide right on out of the housing along with the spring. That's it. You've just disassembled a T3 and prepped it to have a new weight or a new spring installed. Next, all we got to do is reverse the process and put everything back together. Before you do, if it's not covered in grease like ours already is, go ahead and grease it up pretty well. Now that it's time to put this thing back together, it's not a bad idea to throw a little bit of grease on the spring just to help protect it from the elements. Go ahead and put the spring in the weight, and then install the weight back into the driver. Now you're ready to reinstall your wear plate, if so equipped, and your foot assembly. All right. Now that our foot's back on, we're going to go ahead and reinstall our trapezoid shaped plate. Now, I know a lot of you guys like to measure your torque in ugga-duggas per second, but for this part, go ahead and put away the impact driver and grab your torque wrench and do it the right way. Your 7 Allen heads on this later generation are going to get torqued to 120 foot-pounds. If you have one of the earlier generations with the 5 nuts and bolts, then you're going to go ahead and torque those to 51 foot-pounds. Once you have your foot assembly torqued to spec, go ahead and move on to the 9/16 nuts and bolts and torque them to 31 foot-pounds. And that's pretty much it. Once you're done torquing everything to spec, then go ahead and grease up the 3 grease zerks that you're going to find on the housing and above the drive wheel. This is a high-speed reciprocating weight, so grease is your friend. Once you've greased her up, go ahead and take your operator's manual and follow the maintenance guidelines on that and run through that procedure. Then, put it back on the mount and get out into the field and get to work with it. That's it for this video. If you have any questions or comments, drop us a line through email, social media, chat, or a good old phone call. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to get more videos as they come out. Now get out there, crank up your stereo, and get your hands dirty and get to work. We'll catch you next time.